Right field at the moment at 12 miles per hour, and there is expected more rain in the area throughout the night. So this kind of touch and go as we get this thing started tonight, about almost an hour late.
This has been one of the strangest days at Fenway. We had beautiful weather this afternoon to start the ball game. Then, of course, the rain came in between games. The sun actually came out for a little while. Then the rain came back again. And for a while, I didn't think we'd be playing baseball tonight.
Well, pretty good pitching matchup tonight, as it is our leading off segment brought to you by Firestone. Francisco Liriano making his first start against the Red Sox. Career 3.29 ERA for him. Brad Penny on the other side, his second career start against the Twins. He was 21-7 in April, but a tough outing last time out. And, of course, he is 1-0 coming into tonight's action as he is ready to go atop the hill. Denard Span stands in for the Minnesota Twins. Kind of a haziness up near the light towers and in the ballpark as we get it started. First pitch of game number 2. And it's in there for strike one. We're underway.
That last game that Penny threw, he got his fastball up as high as about 95 miles an hour, but had a tough time controlling it.
In the first outing in which he won, fastball was not as good velocity-wise early. Had it right out of the gate last time, but as Terry mentioned, was not effective with it.
Yeah, the first two tonight at 90 miles an hour.
He had started to warm up and then stopped in the bullpen as the rains came when it appeared we were going to get started somewhere near the normal start time. Span lines one to short. Nick Green's there for out number 1.
Denard Span going 1 for 3 in game 1 this afternoon. Hard line drive, but right to the backhand of Nick Green.
So one down for Brendan Harris. 4:07 start for Harris with a home run, 2 runs batted in. Came over from the Rays. Of course, the Rays getting Garza and Bartlett, 2 very good additions for them. Delman Young and Brendan Harris going to the Twins, and they have helped out as well. Harris playing at second base tonight, batting second. Delman Young in the starting lineup tonight, also playing in left field. Did not play the first game today. Strike 2, and it's 0-2.
First curveball thrown by Penny tonight, and a good one to the outside corner on Brendan Harris.
Off the outside edge for ball 1, 1-2. On the ground to third base. Youkilis over there. Fires across, 2 down.
Well, the advantage Red Sox have when they want to give Mike Lowell a rest, they can put over Kevin Youkilis at third base. Very good defensively, as we know. Of course, with Jeff Bailey called up, that gives them that extra first baseman that they can make that switch and give Lowell a game off.
Well, Bailey just back with Rocco Baldelli going on the DL, and Youkilis making his first start of the season at third base. 2 down for the former MVP, Justin Morneau. Batting in the third spot for the Twins, Joe Mauer. Supposed to return May the 1st or somewhere near there for them. Morneau has had Kubel batting behind him as the DH for the most part, and he's been very good so far to start this season. Strike, and it's 1-2 to Morneau. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. And since Morneau arrived on the scene in 2006, he is third in runs batted in. Ryan Howard and A-Rod, the only guys ahead of him.
Look at Howard at 440.
Outside, 2-2. Well, the Twins, until having a couple of days off because of an off day and a rainout, They've been red hot over the weekend, beating the Los Angeles Angels in a 3-game series at home. Ron Gardenhire's team, of course, had Monday and then Tuesday off, as it turned out, with the rainouts, dropping the first game today. In a game that Scott Baker started, gave up 3 2-run home runs, 1 in each of the first 3 innings. The Red Sox went on to win 10-1. Had to wait around a little bit to get this started. Tim Wakefield today pick up his 2nd win of the year. A 7-inning effort from Wakefield, just the 1 run. Morneau works the 2-out walk, and the Twins have their first base runner of the night. So 2 outs, Morneau at first and Jason Kubel coming up.
We mentioned the walks were a bit of a problem last time out for Brad Penny. Had 5 walks in that game against the Orioles.
Strike 1 from Penny, who jumps ahead. Kubel had a 4-hit game over the weekend against Los Angeles, part of that sweep. As he rattles this foul back to the backstop, and it's 0-2. .333 batting average coming into tonight's action for Kubel, who had a hit earlier today, 1 for 3 in the first game. Michael Cuddyer on deck. Minnesota batting here in the top half of the first inning. Kubel swings and misses. First strikeout for Penny. Top of the first is done. Red Sox coming up. The Red Sox come to bat in the bottom of the first inning against Francisco Liriano. This is inside for ball 1.
It's been a bit of a struggle for Liriano so far this season. He's made 3 starts. His record is 0-3 in 17 2/3 innings, 17 hits allowed, and 10 earned runs. Pitched pretty well in his last outing, though, against the Blue Jays, but couldn't come away with the win.
Ellsbury chops it foul. Had a couple of hits here today, both singles. Had a stolen base. Was caught stealing today as well. As that average up to 283. No homers and 4 runs batted in, but seems to be coming around a little bit at the plate.
He does, and he's hitting the ball up the middle to the opposite field and pulling it when he gets the ball inside.
to center field. Denard Span is there to make the catch for the first out in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury is in center field. Dustin Pedroia at second base. David Ortiz, the DH, with Kevin Youkilis getting his first start of the year at third base. J.D. Drew in right field. Jason Bay in left. Jason Varitek doing the catching after we saw George Kotaris in Game 1. Jeff Bailey getting his first start of the year at first base. And Nick Green at shortstop bats ninth. With one out, here's Dustin Pedroia, who takes strike one. Dustin in the first game today was 1 for 4, a single in the fourth inning. So it's a .279 batting average.
Red Sox tonight will see the fastball above 90 miles an hour, 90 to maybe 93 from Liriano, the slider, and also an occasional changeup. The Twins defense will have Brian Busher at third base, Nick Punto the shortstop, Brendan Harris at second, and Justin Morneau at first. Left to right, Delman Young, Denard Span, and Michael Kadaya. Jose Morales doing the catching, and Liriano doing the pitching.
1-2 the count to Pedroia. One out, base is empty. And Pedroia gets just a piece to stay alive.
Looked like Liriano tripped as he made that pitch to home plate, too. Pedroia just getting a piece of it, fouling off.
Well, Liriano not that far away from Tommy John surgery. Missed all of 2007. He tried to work his way back last year. It's Pedroia chasing for his first strikeout of the night. 2 down.
That's the changeup we were talking about. You know, basically fastball slider, but when he mixes in that changeup, he gets Pedroia to chase. Everything had been inside until that final pitch. Little screwball action on that changeup.
Well, some updated numbers with that strikeout of Dustin Pedroia for Liriano. He's got the first 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, and here's David Ortiz. Ortiz with 2 more hits today, a double and a single, and has average up to .218. No homers, 6 runs batted in. Nearly hit an opposite field home run today, one that went off the wall very high in left field and nearly got into the monster seats. In fact, both of his base hits today going to left field in the first game. This will straighten him up, and even the count at 1-1.
Remember last year, Liriano was down at the minor league level. He wanted to get called up. They were trying not to rush him back to the big leagues after that injury that he had.
It's jammed and pops it up, foul ground. Morales coming back towards the screen, and he overruns it. Had plenty of room, as it turned out, and can't make the catch. It ends up behind him.
Yeah, you can't really say the wind was a major factor there. There's a slight breeze blowing out towards center field, but nothing major. He just overran the baseball.
Really charged the catcher with an error. More pitches for Liriano, and a 1-2. Strikes him out. Just one more pitch for Liriano as it works out. Back-to-back K scoreless after 1. Proud to support the pediatric trauma program at Children's Hospital Boston. Come into any Olympia Sports location today, make a donation to help the children's world-class doctors pioneer and provide advanced treatment for kids who need your help. Before the game tonight, it was a check presentation as Olympia Sports partnered with Nesson last season to help raise over $53,000 for Children's Hospital Brain Trauma Program starting this week for 5 weeks. Olympia again will be collecting donations in all of their stores for this cause. Second inning, and Brad Penny started off the first inning 4 for 4 in first pitch strikes to Liberty Face. Starts off with ball 1 to Kadire, and Kadire lifts this to center field. Ellsbury got spun around but is able to recover and make the catch out there just shy of the track. Went over the wrong shoulder at first, but it is not costly, and there's one away.
Yeah, Ellsbury headed out toward left field. That ball was hit toward right center field. Had to spin around, but still has the speed to make the catch. Watch the first reaction from Jacoby Ellsbury. Then he has to spin around very quickly, get back almost to the warning track to make the catch.
One down here in the second inning is Brian Busher. First appearance of the day, as he gets to start at third base for the nightcap. Twins will be headed to Cleveland after the game tonight. I imagine the Twins wanted to play this game rather than check back into a hotel they had already checked out of today, and rather than stay around another night and play tomorrow, which was the scenario with both teams having a common off day. Unusual too, the Red Sox and Twins, if we get this entire game in tonight, will have played their season series at Fenway Park in one day.
I don't ever remember that, Don. A 2-game series, with one team, and over in April, gone.
That's it.
2 games.
Red Sox have a 4-game series in Minnesota. As Busher tardy on that swing, and it's 93 on the fastball from Penny. On deck is Delman Young, 1 out here in the second inning. On the corner, strike 3. Busher gets the strikeout, and Penny picks up his second of the night.
Well, so far in this game, controlled much better for Brad Penny than it was in his last outing against the Orioles. Everything there away from Brian Busher. Gets the call, third strike on the outside part of the plate.
2 down for Delman Young. 212 on the year, the home run, 7 runs batted in. Young did not play in the first game today. And falling behind 2-0. Delman Young still just 23 years old. Seems like he's been in the big leagues a while between his time in Tampa Bay and in Minnesota. Rockets this to center. Ellsbury going back. It's quickly over his head. The ricochet handled by Ellsbury, but not before Delman Young cruises into second base with the first Minnesota hit of the night. It's a 2-out double.
Well, Delman Young got himself in a good spot. Penny missed with back-to-back curveballs. He knows he's getting a fastball. He gets it middle in and rifles it over the head of Jacoby Ellsbury in center field. Not even his great speed could catch up to that line drive.
So a 2-out double. And we'll see Jose Morales come up for the first time tonight, the catcher for the Twins. Morales at 286, no homers and a run batted in. He's been up, backing up Redmond, of course, waiting on Joe Mauer. Mentioned earlier, should be back around May 1st. Morales with a swing and a miss. Played in just one big league game last year, spending 108 games in Rochester. A 26-year-old from Puerto Rico. Down and in, and it's 1-1 to Morales. had the chance to play and has been making good for the Minnesota Twins offensively. Made an error defensively in the bottom of the first inning. It was not costly as it turned out. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
And Penny just throwing 2 fastballs right by him. Both fastballs at about 92 miles an hour. Kind of an uppercut swing by Morales.
Penny trying to work around a 2-out double by Delmon Young. Away, and 95 that time for Penny. It's 2-2. Grounded foul, hangs at 2-2.
Only pitch we have not seen from Penny so far, his split-fingered fastball. Basically staying early here with fastballs and curveballs.
Two-time National League All-Star, 06 and 07. It started the Midsummer Classic in 2006. That was at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. 2-2, rattled foul. It's still 2-2. It was a pretty impressive start for him that night. He struck out the side in the first inning, which was Pedro Martinez-like. Ichiro Suzuki, Derek Jeter, and David Ortiz to start that game. Did give up a solo home run of Vladimir Guerrero in the second inning. Two-two to Morales. Fouls it off down the left field line.
He's done a good job so far in this game keeping that ball away from those left-handed hitters on the outside part of the plate. Tough pitch right there. Good job fouling it off by Morales.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat for Jose Morales. Didn't miss by much. Full count.
I would guess that would have to have been called for being too high. Certainly looked like it had plenty of the plate. High according to the Amica pitch zone.
Delmon Young at second base, 2 down. 3-2 to Morales. Rolls it down the first baseline. Penny will let it go, and it goes a fair ball. And Bailey's able to apply the tag. Picked it up before it went foul. Ends the inning scoreless from Fenway. Brad Penny through the first two, and there's no score from Fenway Park. Youkilis, Drew, and Bay to bat here in the bottom of the second. Francisco Liriano with a 1-2-3 first on 13 pitches. Back-to-back Ks of Pedroia and Ortiz. Youkilis with a 2-run home run in game one. Now hits this one high and deep, but out ahead as he fouls it off. He got it started for the Red Sox today with his 2-run home run in the first inning off Scott Baker. One of 3 2-run home runs for the Red Sox. His shot around the pesky pole. Something you don't see every day from Kevin Youkilis.
That's only 5th opposite field home run of his career.
Strikes out this time, and that's the 3rd K already for Francisco Liriano.
Yeah, sliders have been very tough for him. We got him Ortiz on a slider, and now he gets Youkilis on a slider down and in. One of the better sliders in all of baseball.
So Youkilis is gone, and here's J.D. Drew. Drew playing in both games, had a great game today. He was on base 4 times. A couple of doubles, a single, and a walk. And he scored 2 runs. He averaged at .310 for J.D. Red Sox in the first game, banging out 14 hits. Game was rain shortened. The Red Sox had 10 runs in the game. They had 12 runs the other day against the Orioles in last game of that series. Offense has come alive at home. Here's strike 1 to Drew.
Moving up the ladder offensively. They came into that first game hitting .268. That'll certainly go up.
Full count now to Drew. Up top, ball 4. First base runner for the Red Sox. Let's check in for the first time with Heidi.
Don Francisco Liriano came into the game 0-3. It's the same start he had last year before turning it around to win his next 6 decisions, and his manager thinks he can do that again.
You know what? He's actually not throwing the ball bad. His numbers don't say it, but it's, you know, he'll have one bad inning where he gets the ball up. If he gets on top of the ball and uses that sinker and changeup really good, and then his slider's biting, he's pretty nasty. So, you know, hopefully he's healthy. He looks really good out there. Hopefully he'll start getting some runs.
Liriano took the loss in his last start, although he gave up only 1 earned run in 6 innings. He gave way to the bullpen, trailing 2-1, but the Twins went on to lose 9-2. Don, Jerry.
Heidi, thank you very much. So far, he has been as nasty as Ron Gardenhire has described up until the walk of J.D. Drew. And the slider has been biting for the most part as he deals with Jason Bay now with 1 out and 1 on.
Now, this guy's got really, really good stuff. Good live fastball, hard biting slider, changeup.
Falling behind this time, 2-1. Jason Bay was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored in the first game. A .273 average coming into this game. Two and 2 now to Bay. Strikes out Bay. It's 4 Ks for Liriano. 2 down in the inning.
All strikeouts have been either on the slider or a changeup. The slider again right there to Jason Bay. The changeup was to Dustin Pedroia.
With the left-hander going tonight, Jason Varitek catching the night game. Has a chance to bat from the right side. .250 is average. 3 homers and 4 runs batted in. George Kottaras catching the day portion of our day-night doubleheader. Had a sacrifice fly in his first RBI in Red Sox uniform this year. Inside, and Varitek was hit by the pitch.
You know, they had that shot at George Kataras. He's really done a nice job of catching Tim Wakefield. So much was made about Doug Mirabelli being here and the problems that Josh Bard had. Then Kevin Cash came in, but Kataras, he's done as well as anybody in the games that he's caught. Tim Wakefield.
He has worked hard in the relationship too. The guy to his right, Tim Wakefield. And has been a seamless adjustment. Caught all 3 starts for Wakefield and also caught John Lester. And a very good outing for Lester as well. He's going to be doing a little bit more of that. Some day games after night games. And going to take some of the workload off Varitek. Driven to deep left field for Bailey. Up high and gone. 3-run home run for Jeff Bailey in his return to the Red Sox.
Now, Terry Francona mentioned many times how difficult it was at the end of spring training to send Jeff Bailey back to the minor leagues. How about that welcome back to Fenway Park? Gets a changeup here from Liriano, and he loses it. Good job staying back on the off-speed pitch.
Now Nick Green hits a fly ball to right. Michael Kadire makes the catch. It ends the inning, but Jeff Bailey has returned to the Red Sox lineup, a 3-run home run. Sox on top 3-0. He's a hero tonight with us. Postseason hero Dave Roberts. Great to see you.
Oh, thanks guys for having me. It's good to be back here, and just the welcome that I got is just incredible. Great experience.
I know a couple years ago when you went into the Red Sox Hall of Fame for one of the most memorable moments in Red Sox history. We talked a little bit about it then, but it's amazing how many people have come up to you over the years to talk about that very steal.
I know. I hear pretty much every day, and people always ask, do I get tired of hearing about it? But absolutely not. And to be remembered for something like that I'll take to my grave.
And I must say, you did a pretty good job throwing out that first pitch. Still got an arm left.
I had a nice high target from Tito, and I wish him a nice happy birthday. And my birthday present was not to bounce the ball into him.
Well, I know every time you have seen the replay of the steal, you say that it gets closer and closer to being called out, which is a fear of yours. Line to third, Youkilis. Nice play.
There's the Ute calls right there. You got to love it.
That's what we were talking about earlier. You know, you take Mike Lowell out of the lineup, you slide Youkilis over to third base, and he does a gold glove job at third base.
I mean, he's just so valuable. He's a guy who can play first. He can play third. You can put him anywhere, and just as long as you put him in the lineup, he's going to be productive.
Youkilis with a nice snare for the first out of the inning to rob Nick Punto. Denard Span coming up. You went to spring training, went through the whole process, and then decided to wrap it up towards the end.
Yeah, you know what? My knee just gave way, and us and the Giants decided to part ways. And I think it was, the best for that organization and the best for me. And I have a piece with it, and give me an opportunity to move to my second career, and also spend more time with my family.
And we were talking a little bit about yesterday. It makes it a little bit easier when you know you can't do it anymore. Then you still think you can play, and all of a sudden people don't think you can play, and that's a little bit tougher.
It does, Ram, and baseball has been my whole life, and to go out like this, it just makes it a little bit easier as opposed to someone telling you can't play, and me trying to prove myself. And I just know that I'm physically limited right now, and you kind of went through the same thing. So
a little bit.
As we were talking, you can kind of relate.
Well, I know you have stayed very close with Terry Francona this entire time as well, and he often refers to your stolen base as sort of the greatest thing he has seen in his career.
You know what? That's just obviously he's seen so much baseball, and we just have a very, very good relationship. And I think that we've all been around the game for so long, and there's a few people that just are salt of the earth type people, and we just have a great rapport with. And Terry Francona is just like a father figure to him.
That's his favorite play, because had you got thrown out, he'd have run out of time.
We'd both be out of town.
Truth be told, man.
I appreciate that, Rev. You're right.
He'll never forget you.
We're not going to pull any punches here.
You will get a Christmas card every year.
That's right.
Well, it is 1-2 to Denard Span with one out. You were talking also at the Hall of Fame dinner that night about being ready for that moment in your entire career and getting it done that night.
Yeah, I was. I was prepared, and Tito did a great job laying out my role for me, and he did that to each of us. And I think that with that came a lot of respect, and I knew my role, and it was a reserve, and I did everything I could to kind of prepare myself. And I'm just a big believer that this game will honor you, and if you play the game the right way.
This is a foul ball, very close.
And do the right things. And a good teammate and unselfish baseball player, the game will honor you. And I'm living proof. And the Boston Red Sox, we did it the right way in 2004, and the game honored us.
Well, you guys you'll never be forgotten by Boston fans. I mean, they went so many years without winning a championship. The way you had to come back against the New York Yankees. I mean, it's every member of that club will always be remembered by Red Sox fans.
Absolutely, and that's something that we really cherish, and definitely don't take that lightly, and realize the accomplishment that we all made, as an organization, and not just the players on the field.
Denard Span chopping it towards short. Green will charge, but out no play. Much speed for Span, who reaches with one out in the inning.
That's the way Dave Roberts used to hit him.
That's right. Knock it on the ground and run.
Run like heck.
There's no bad hops in the air.
No chance at all for Nick Green. Once this gets by Penny with the speed of Span, there's going to be no way, and not even a play at first base.
How hard was that for you coming over? A guy who's used to playing every day, all of a sudden, as you said, you accepted the role, but it had to be different for you.
It was tough, because I came over from a team in Los Angeles that I was comfortable with, and we were in first place. And to get shipped out to the Northeast, which I didn't know too much about Boston at that point in time, was kind of, disheartening. My wife was 8 months pregnant at that point in time, and it was a big move for us. But, I think it worked out pretty well.
It worked out just fine.
Now, you got to see Penny a lot, obviously, in the National League.
I did. And Brad, when he's on, he's got a great fastball with good tilt. He's got a good curveball and a nice changeup.
Span started, then stopped. The pitch is strike.
I think the thing for him is that just learning these hitters. He's a National League pitcher and has been his entire career, and kind of learning this league. And you don't have the luxury of having that pitcher in the 9th spot either. But he's a quality pitcher.
Your thoughts on the Red Sox picking up John Smoltz, too? It seems like a very low-risk move, really, for the Red Sox.
Absolutely. High reward, and he's a true professional, and wow.
Line to second will turn it into 2. Dave Roberts, great to see you.
That was good luck right there. Put up a 0.
Worked out pretty good. You've always been good luck.
Rev, thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys.
Bottom of the third inning as Jacoby Ellsbury steps back out of the way of a pitch inside from Francisco Liriano. 3-0 Red Sox on top thanks to Jeff Bailey's 3-run shot. Ellsbury, Pedroia, and Ortiz in the inning. Jacoby lined out to center field first time up in the first inning. Nice to see one of the great guys in baseball, Dave Roberts, in there for a strike. Of course, here is part of moments in Red Sox history, a new commercial campaign that started last night. Some of the greatest moments in Red Sox history, and certainly his stands tall. Chopped down the first baseline foul. Inside again. Most of it has been from Liriano. Well, the Bruins have added to their lead on top 4-1 as they try to wrap up that series. Less than 10 seconds left to go in the second period. There's ball 4 to Ellsbury. He's down to first base with a second walk given up by Liriano.
Taste the unfried of KFC with the new Kentucky Grilled Chicken, marinated in special herbs and spices and slow cooked to grilled juicy perfection. Come taste how good grilled chicken can be at KFC.
Second walk allowed by Liriano. Red Sox have the lead runner on for the first time tonight. Now Pedroia takes strike one. Dustin struck out swinging. Liriano with 2 strikeouts in the first inning and 2 strikeouts in the second. Liriano is 25 years of age. Mentioned he missed the entire 2007 season with Tommy John surgery. And battling back last year, spending a lot of time rehabbing. He was 6-4 in 14 starts for Minnesota. To left field for Pedroia, in for a hit. Over is Delmon Young to play it. Heading for third is Ellsbury. The throw is going to be close, but not in time. And with the throw going to third, Pedroia takes second base. Second and third with nobody out.
I didn't think that Jacoby Ellsbury was going to be able to make third base on this, but with his great speed, he's going to challenge the arm of Delmon Young. His throw that's going to be just a little bit off target. If it is on target, they may have Ellsbury at third base. It pulled Busher off the bag. He had to dive back and not in time. And on the throw, of course, Pedroia goes to second base.
Give Pedroia credit for a double on that. So runners at second and third, David Ortiz. To left field down the line. Delmon Young giving chase, but it'll end up into the seats. Ortiz, a strikeout victim in the first inning. He went looking. So the hit by Pedroia, only the second Boston hit of the night, but all of a sudden second and third with nobody out. Ortiz to left. Delmon Young runs out of room as it glances off the wall. Ellsbury from third, Pedroia behind him, throw to second, not in time. Ortiz drives in a pair, and the Red Sox lead it 5-0.
That's interesting, Don. Left-handers have got David Ortiz going. It was Hendrickson against the Orioles where he had a couple of balls to the opposite field. Now tonight to the opposite field off Liriano. 5 straight hits to the opposite field for David Ortiz, and that is a good sign for him. And this base hit off the wall knocks in 2 runs. Dustin Pedroia knew that ball was going to be off the wall. He's right behind Ellsbury, and the Red Sox go up 5-0. So a walk, a double,
And then another double. 2 runs are in. Ortiz at second. Nobody out for Kevin Youkilis, who takes strike 1. And of course, David Ortiz played parts of 6 major league seasons with Minnesota, 97 through 2002. Twins got him from Seattle in September of 96. And 58 home runs in 455 games with the Twins. He was good with the Twins, but certainly took it to a new level when he joined the Red Sox in 03.
He really did. I don't even think the Red Sox expected that.
Down and in the dirt. And it's 1-2 now to Youkilis. J.D. Drew on deck. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This gets away from Morales. Ortiz going to try for third. The throw not going to be in time on 1 hop to third base.
Well, Morales has had a little bit of a difficult time behind the plate. He dropped a pop-up early in the game. This ball's a ball he should have blocked, and then he made an ill-advised throw to third base. Ball gets through the 5-hole. He picks it up and throws when he had really no chance at all of getting David Ortiz, and bounced it to third base.
Wild pitch charge to Liriano. The infield in now for the Twins. With Ortiz running, they can move back a few steps. They don't have to be right at the lip of the grass. There's David Ortiz, now 739 RBIs, 10th all time on the Red Sox list. Mo Vaughn's up next. Foul tipped and held onto by Morales. Second time Youkilis has struck out against Liriano.
Yeah, second time he's got him on a slider. This one not quite as good as the first one that he struck him out on back in the 2nd inning. Youkilis frustrated leaving that man at third base with nobody out.
5 strikeouts for Liriano. 1 out for J.D. Drew. Drew walked and scored in the 2nd inning. And if you consider what he did in the first game, he was on base 4 times in the first game. He's been on base 5 times all day. 50th pitch of the night for Liriano. And it's outside ball 2, 2-0. Action in the Twins pen. R.A. Dickey, we saw in the first game, a knuckleballer up in the pen. Baker, the starter for Ron Gardenhire, went 4 2/3 in the first game. So Breslow, Murillo, and R.A. Dickey.
I think the reason you see Dickey up so early in this ball game, he's made a start this year, so he has can go some innings.
Up foul, back and out of play.
The Sox for Sox Drive, benefiting Boston Healthcare for the Homeless, returns to Fenway Park this weekend for its 4th year. Clean socks are important for good health, and the homeless often go without. Please donate a new pack of white cotton socks at Fenway during the Yankee series this weekend. For complete information, visit NESN.com.
1 out of the inning. David Ortiz at third base. And J.D. Drew strikes out. 6 Ks for Liriano. It's back-to-back Ks here in the 3rd.
Well, that's the ability that he has. You know, he has that man at third base and nobody out. He gets back-to-back strikeouts. That again on the slider. All of his strikeouts in this ball game have been either the slider or a changeup.
Jason Bay stands in. The key matchup is brought to you by Acura. 0 for 4 with 3 Ks against Liriano, including a strikeout in the second inning. Has to dance out of the way of that 92-mile-per-hour pitch. Trying to deliver David Ortiz from third base with 2 outs here in the third inning. 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Jason Bay 0 for 3 in the first game with a walk. 0 for 1 tonight in the nightcap. Strike 2 to Bay.
Well, he's been going to the slider in these strikeout situations. Let's see if he does it here to Jason Bay.
Skips it in, and it's a full count. Not tantalizing enough that time for Bay. Ball 4. Liriano wanted that. And on a fastball, and here comes Rick Anderson, his pitching coach. Third walk allowed by Liriano.
Well, get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery of 50% off. Call 888-MY-GLOBE or go to bostonglobe.com/sports.
2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. First and third for Boston. 2 runs in. 5-0 Red Sox advantage. Jason Varitek coming up for his second look at Francisco Liriano tonight. Jason was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Pitch inside to Varitek, and it's ball 1. Ortiz at third base. Bay cross the diamond at first base with 2 outs. Varitek with a fly ball down the right field line. Kadire running over towards the stands will run out of room. Ends up about 4 rows deep and out of his reach as Kadire went as far as he could.
That's remarkable. As much water has been dumped around Fenway Park over the last couple of days. The field in very good shape.
Tarp on again, off again a lot today. About an hour rain delay to get the night started here in the second game of the day-night doubleheader. Varitek hits a fly ball to right field. Michael Kadire settles underneath and makes the catch that ends the inning. Red Sox get 2 runs in the third inning and lead it 5-0 at the end of 3.
Right now through Tuesday at Olympia Sports, take 20% off all running shoes. Choose from top brands including Saucony. Olympia Sports, get it for less.
Fourth inning, 5-0. Red Sox on top as Brad Penny returns to the mound. His 47th pitch. Justin Morneau, Jason Kubel, and Michael Kadire to bat in the fourth inning. Morneau to right center field, puts a charge into this one. Back goes Ellsbury, and that ball is gone. Justin Morneau with his third home run of the year hits the Twins on the board to begin the fourth inning.
The last couple of innings, the Twins have hit the ball hard off Brad Penny. The last out of last inning ended up in a double play, and now Morneau with a line drive home run. Almost no stride from Justin Morneau as he lines it out toward the Red Sox bullpen.
Here's Jason Kubel, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Morneau with 23 home runs a year ago. Now Kubel drives one out in that same general area. Back goes Ellsbury. This one will stay in the yard and kick up into the bullpen on a hop, a ground rule double. But that too ends up in the triangle as they're taking some pretty good hacks right now at Brad Penny all of a sudden.
Yeah, they are. The second time around, a couple of pitches down the middle of the plate, and these left-handed hitters have jumped all over him for the Minnesota Twins. And Penny had been working that outside part of the plate against the lefties in the first couple of innings. Now right down the middle, and Kubel with the one bounce into the stands.
An estimated home run of 426 feet for Justin Morneau to start off this fourth inning. Jason Kubel takes it to the triangle in right center on a ground rule double. Now Michael Kadire. Kadire flied out to center field his first time up in the second inning. On the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Penny had given up 2 hits through the first 3 innings. Doubled by Delman Young in the second, the infield hit by Span in the third, and that had been it. Popped up in the infield right side. Pedroia calls off Bailey and makes the catch.
Well, tonight after our Bruins coverage, stay with us for Sports Desk presented by FW Web. Find FW Web's 27 bat centers at frankweb.com. You'll get a comprehensive recap of the Sox Twins doubleheader and complete highlights and reaction from Game 4 of the Bruins Canadiens Eastern Conference quarterfinals in Montreal tonight. Plus the latest Celtic news and a preview of Game 3 in Chicago for them tomorrow night. All this and more coming up after Bruins coverage.
One down here in the fourth inning. Kubel at second base for Brian Busher, who takes ball 1 outside. We've just started the third period in Montreal. Bruins on top 4-1.
Think the boos are ringing down over there?
They very well could be.
Hey?
It's a tough crowd. Outside 2-0. Brian Busher, 27 years old, from Columbia, South Carolina. Parts of 3 seasons with the Minnesota Twins. And there for a strike, and it's 2-1. They're happy about the news and know they're on television at the same time. Wow. They liked it in the beginning. 2-1 is a swing and a miss. 2-2.
What should they think about broadcast?
Delman Young on deck. 1 out here in the fourth inning. One hopper off the glove of Green and into center field. Kubel coming around from second base with the second Twins run.
Looked like a ball that Nick Green was going to be able to make a play on. It tips right off the edge of the glove. Into center field. Run comes across. All of a sudden, it's a 5-2 ball game.
They charge Green with an error. It's his third error of the day. Brian Busher at first base with one out now. And here's Delman Young, who doubled off Penny in the second. Now hits a high, towering fly ball to center field. Jacoby Ellsbury back at the wall, leaps in, makes the catch in center. Jacoby Ellsbury went as far as he could and brings it in for out number 2.
You could just tell that Ellsbury was tracking that ball perfectly. I mean, it had to be a home run or he was going to catch it. Got a very good jump on it. He's got a track right here, back to the wall, the little leap just above the padding, and makes the catch. And Brad Penny will take that kind of defense any day.
Well, John Farrell out to talk to Penny. There have been some very hard hit balls here in the fourth inning by the Twins, who picked up 2 quick runs. There's 2 outs in the fourth, and Jose Morales coming up.
Well, Sox fans during the month of April come to the ballpark during the first hour after gates open to enjoy the new Fenway Family Hour. Fenway Family Hour will feature 9 popular food items at up to 50% off in price. The Red Sox team store on Yorkie Way will offer $5 off all hats and apparel during this period. Enjoy these great discounts this April at Fenway Park. For more information, call 877 Red Sox 9.
2 down, Jose Morales the batter. Takes ball 1. Good bit of dancing going on by Brian Busher at first base. Sliced foul above the Twins dugout on the third base side.
When Penny gets ready to go in that set position, he swings his arm a little bit like Rod Beck used to do. Not quite as drastic.
And then for ball 2, 2-1. Grounded out to first base in the second inning. 0 for 1 tonight. Busher gains his lead. Strike 2, and it's 2-2. Fouls it off to the left and out of play. We're here at Fenway Park in Boston. Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy, and Heidi Watney bring you Boston Red Sox baseball in high definition and Adobe Digital. 5.1 surround sound on NESN. Coordinating producer of Red Sox baseball is Russ Kent. Senior coordinating director Michael Narachi. The associate producer Jeb Fisher. Production assistant is Kevin Heath. And NESN's executive producer is Joel Fell. Penny wanted it, but it misses inside. It's a full count.
Penny trying to pick up the inside corner with his curveball after everything had been away in that at bat and just missed the inside corner.
66 total for Penny with 2 outs here in the fourth inning. On the ground right side, Pedroia. To end the top of the fourth inning. 2 runs in for Minnesota. 5-2 Boston. Justin Morneau's home run. The Twins pick up 2 in the top half of this inning, and it's 5-2 now. As Jeff Bailey, a big 3-run home run for Boston in the second inning. That's for the second time tonight against Francisco Liriano. Works into the fourth. Jeff Bailey, Nick Green, and Jacoby Ellsbury here in the bottom of the fourth inning. There's strike one, and it's 3-1 to Bailey. It's been kind of a strange outing for Liriano. At times he's had pinpoint control. He has 6 strikeouts. Other times he's not been as good. And has given up 5 runs, and now a leadoff walk to Jeff Bailey to begin the fourth. Let's check back in with Heidi.
Done with Rocco Baldelli on the 15-day disabled list. The Red Sox brought Jeff Bailey up from Pawtucket, and Bailey's already off to a good start. A 3-run homer in his first at-bat today.
All the guys in the clubhouse make me feel like I belong, so it's not one of those situations where you walk in uneasy or anything like that. So it's comfortable from the get-go.
Bailey is hitting .255 with 4 home runs for the Paw Sox in 12 games this season. He's appeared in 27 games with the Red Sox last year, batting .280 with 2 home runs and 6 RBI. Don, Jerry.
Well, Heidi, certainly, Jerry, we've talked about it many times before. It's the majors much different now than when you broke in, but certainly here in Boston, the veterans seem to make the rookies feel very much at home, and we've seen a good many come to the Red Sox clubhouse as this one is lined to left field for Nick Green. Promptly off the scoreboard as Bailey heads for third. Green to second with a double, and he continues to be hot at the plate.
Yeah, and every time Liriano leaves one out over the plate, the Red Sox are doing some pretty good damage on it. Nick Green with a line shot off that left field wall. Seems like every time Nick Green makes an error in the field, he comes up to the plate and gets a big hit. That ball left out over the plate off the CVS Pharmacy sign. So the Red Sox in business, second and third, nobody out. Yeah, you're right about that, Don. You know, that all starts in spring training, too. They have so many guys in spring training. They could get along so well together. And, you know, when a guy like Bailey comes up here, he doesn't feel out of place because he knows these guys. He's played with them in spring training quite a bit.
Will be Ellsbury batting. It seems like a recurring theme from every young player that comes up from the Pawtucket Red Sox to Boston. There is a certain comfort level as they are embraced by the veterans, which certainly was not really the case not all that long ago. Chopped right side. Harris plays the high hop. The throw to first in time for the out, but in the back door, Bailey from third, and the Red Sox take a 6-2 lead.
Infield playing back for the Minnesota Twins, down by 3 runs. They didn't want to give up the 2 runs on a ball that was hit through the infield. Now with the 1 out, they will pull the infield in.
R.A. Dickey had been up earlier behind Liriano. Now it is Matt Guerrero. One out, Green at third, and here's Dustin Pedroia. High fly ball to deep left center field. Over goes Young. Makes the catch in position as Green takes off for the plate. Throw, a good one, but not in time. And the Red Sox take the 7-2 lead.
Well, the Red Sox get 2 runs without getting a base hit. Ellsbury with the ground ball with the infield back, and Pedroia with the sacrifice fly hit deep enough. That was a pretty strong throw by Delmon Young.
It was very impressive. He called off. Span got himself in good position, then uncorked that throw to the plate.
He was going backwards too. Not exactly great position to make a throw. All the way on 1 bounce, but Nick Green scores, and the Red Sox get the 2 runs back.
2 down, bases empty, and Ortiz in a check swing grounder. The shift was on. Liriano with a nice play, but the throw high, but Morneau is tall, and he comes down on the bag to end the inning as Ortiz is out. Red Sox get 2 runs, take a 7-2 lead.
Friday Night Fenway presented by the Halfway Cafe. Come to one of the locally owned Halfway Cafes. There are 6 convenient locations to experience one of their meal deals. 7 meals for just $7 each. Visit the halfwaycafe.com for a location near you.
5th inning back at Fenway Park as the Red Sox tack on 2 additional runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brad Penny back to a 5-run lead on top, 7-2. Look at his line through the first 4 innings back out there for the 5th. Nick Punto, Denard's man, and Brendan Harris. Punto lined out to third base first time up, 0 for 1. Grounder back to the mound. Penny off the hill pretty spryly and fires to first to get Punto.
Making a little bit of a gamble playing that with his bare hand, but ends up being successful doing it. That's the driest part of the field, the infield grass. And Liriano last inning making a nice play against David Ortiz. Of course, with that shift on, he's the only guy that had a chance at it. A high throw, but Justin Morneau makes a fine play on the other end. Because he's tall, like Don said.
Pitch 70 of the night from Brad Penny. Lined and by the dive of Nick Green into center field. As Jacoby Ellsbury steps over to grab it. A 1-out single for Denard Span, his second hit of game 2.
He's got 3 on the day. Was 1 for 3 in the first game today. Now 2 hits tonight. Another line drive. This one quickly by the dive of Nick Green. And they've hit some balls hard tonight off Penny.
So runner at first, 1 down for Brendan Harris, who was 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third and lined into a double play back in the 3rd inning.
Red Sox bullpen in great shape. They didn't have to use anybody in that rain shortened game 1. So a full complement available to Terry Francona.
There for strike 1, 1-1. Well, the Red Sox home record, which has been so outstanding over the last few years. They're off to a 6-2 start at home with a victory in game 1 of this day-night doubleheader today. 2-4 so far away from Fenway Park. And of course, the Red Sox with the victory in game 1 have now won 6 in a row. A swing and a miss briefly got away from Varitek. No advance at first base for Span.
Not sure that Span at first base knew just how far that ball had gotten away from Jason Varitek. Plus, down by 5 runs, you don't want to take any unnecessary chances.
Quick check and a close play at first base. It turned out Span having to dive back head first. Play that time kind of sidearm slinging it to first base. And tight to Harris. Ball 2. Twins got their first runs last inning in the 4th. And he was shut out through the first 3 innings, but given up 2 runs last inning. Broken bat grounder to short. Nick Green to second for 1, on to first. Double play. Ends the top of the 5th. Halfway through this one, it's 7-2 Boston. Red Sox on top as this call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Twins bring on Matt Guerrero.
Now Matt Guerrero making his 7th appearance for the Twins. 6 2/3 innings total, 8 hits allowed and 6 earned runs. He's walked 1, he struck out 6. Opponents hitting .296.
Youkilis taking ball 1 to even the count at 1-1. Youkilis struck out in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 2, and glad to see Liriano out of there. He had a tough time with Francisco Liriano. Line to short, caught middle of the cat pie by Nick Punto. The first out of the 5th. It's time now for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. That involves Kevin Youkilis' great catch at third base. We'll freeze it up. Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. One down here in the 5th. There's J.D. Drew. Cues one foul down the third baseline. Drew will walk and a run scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. Looking back, grounder to first. Morneau will need help. Guerrero is there for out number 2. Francisco Liriano tonight with the first 4 innings, giving up 4 hits and 7 runs. He walked 4, struck out 6, and he's on the hook. He could lose his 4th game of the year and go 0-4 to start the season.
That'd be amazing with the stuff he's got, although that last outing was a good one against Toronto, but not here tonight against the Red Sox.
2 down for Jason Bay. He struck out in the 2nd. He walked in the 3rd. The Red Sox will have tomorrow off, and then Friday night, John Lester against Jabba Chamberlain in Game 1 of the 3-game series. First visit of the year for the Yankees. Josh Beckett and A.J. Burnett go in Game 2. Justin Masterson and Andy Pettitte in Game 3. To wrap up the homestand, the Red Sox will head to Cleveland. Did he go? No. It's his first base umpire, Phil Cuzzi.
Might be quite a reaction for Mark Teixeira in his first game here at Fenway Park. And for all the Yankees, as they normally do.
A wild one today. Yankees winning in extra innings 9-7 against Oakland. So wrap foul, still 2-2.
Yeah, they've got their record up to 9-6 now.
Popped up foul ground. Morales won't have a play. Inside ball 3, full count. Swing and a miss. Jason Bay striking out. A 1-2-3 fifth for Matt Guerrero, but it's 7-2 Red Sox lead.
Game tonight for WB Mason's Extra Innings. You'll hear the live post-game press conferences of Terry Francona and Brad Penny, and Eck will break down all the key plays in this series finale between the Sox and the Twins. It's all coming up right after the game with TC, Eck, and Heidi.
7-2, Red Sox on top of the Twins. As we head to the 6th inning, action in the Red Sox pen, Javier Lopez and Ramon Ramirez. Justin Morneau leading it off for Minnesota. Home run in the 4th inning for Justin Morneau off Brad Penny. Came off the bat at 114 miles per hour. Ended up in the bullpen some 426 feet away. Now drills this out towards deep left center field. And off the wall to carry him quickly to Ellsbury. As Morneau to second base, standing up with a double to get it started in the 6th.
Well, Brad Penny has not fooled Justin Morneau tonight. You just saw the home run. Now he gets a curveball, stays back beautifully on it, and takes it to the opposite field off the wall for the double with nobody out. So good, hard, solid contact twice tonight now for Morneau, plus that walk back in the 1st inning.
Jason Kubel, who hit a double. This one skips in, knocked down by Varitek. No advance for Morneau. Kubel struck out swinging in the 1st inning, hit a double with a triangle out in right center field in the 4th. In the dirt for ball 2, 2-0. Twins are out hitting the Red Sox 6-4, but it's Boston on top 7-2. As Brad Penny's ready with his 80th pitch. That's a strike over the outside corner, 2-1. In his first outing, he threw 99 pitches at Los Angeles. And last time out, 111 pitches. Take that back. I'm looking at Tim Wakefield's numbers. He threw 85 pitches last time out. This is a drive to center field. Jacoby Ellsbury going back in front of the wall to make the grab. Spins around as Morneau tags and takes 3rd. Jason Kubel hitting it a long way, but he's out number 1.
Yeah, once again, some good solid contact off Brad Penny, but this time Jacoby Ellsbury once again back there to make the play tonight. Takes him back just about to the warning track. Justin Morneau tagging at second. No problem getting to 3rd base on the long fly ball.
I'm going to try this pitches thrown thing one more time.
Go ahead. Don't worry about it. Don't get nervous.
Over Wakefield's numbers from earlier today. 86 pitches first time out for Penny in Los Angeles. 85 pitches last time out against Baltimore, and that was just a 3-inning effort. Here he is at 81.
Very good, Don.
Make sure that it's all right. Breaking ball missing inside for ball 1 to Michael Kadire. And there for strike 1, 1-1.
Brad Penny staying with the curveball hit of Michael Kadire. Had him way off balance on that swing.
Penny with 2 strikeouts, 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. Head here 1-2. Hits it off foul to the right. Hangs at 1-2, 94 and in.
Now Penny, who also throws a split finger fastball, I don't believe he's thrown one in this game tonight. It's been just about all fastballs and curveballs from Penny.
Downstairs for ball 2, 2-2. Well, the Red Sox with a 7-run comeback in his last outing to keep him from getting the loss after he gave up 8 earned runs in 3 innings pitched against Baltimore. The Red Sox coming all the way back, taking advantage of the Orioles bullpen, and Jeremy Guthrie, as it turned out. Chopped left side to deep short for Green. On the backhand, the throw just in time for out number 2 as Morneau scores. And it's 7-3 as the Twins pick up another run, but there's now 2 outs in the inning.
Well, Kadaya made that a very close play at first base, hustling all the way down that line. Red Sox playing back with the lead. They'll give up the run, but a very close play over at first. And Bailey with the stretch. They're able to get Kadaya, just barely get him.
Two down, bases empty for Brian Busher. Busher struck out in the second, reached on an error. Nick Green at shortstop in the fourth. Foul ground for Youkilis in the end of the 6th inning. A run for the Twins. It's 7-3 Boston. In Boston, the Bruins winners tonight and advance to the conference semifinal for the first time since 1998-99. Michael Ryder, the former Montreal Canadien, with 2 goals tonight. David Krejci with 1 and Phil Kessel with the other. Congratulations to the Boston Bruins as they move on. In between innings, they played it on the board here at Fenway Park and put the final on the scoreboard in left. Played the replays of the goals here in between innings, and the crowd reacting to the Bruins advancing. Outside, 2-1 to Varitek. By the mound, up the middle, diving is Harris, gets up and throws out Varitek. What a play by Brendan Harris.
Well, that had base hit written all over it for Jason Varitek, with one exception, Brendan Harris. What a terrific play. Diving to his right, able to bounce back up very quickly and make that strong throw to first base to get Varitek. That ball left the bat. I thought it was up the middle for a base hit.
One down for Jeff Bailey. Bailey, a 3-run home run in the second inning. Walked and scored in the fourth. And on twice, scored 2 runs. Popped up left side. Nick Punto. There's 2 down in the inning.
The Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Get the right auto and home coverage at AmicaCoverage.com. Jeff Bailey's 3-run home run. Fastball right out over the plate. Excuse me, a changeup right out over the plate for the 3-run home run.
So 2 outs for Nick Green. He is flied out to right and doubled. Lines run to left this time. Coleman Young over to the corner as Green heads for second base. His second double of the night.
That's 4 hits now for Nick Green in the doubleheader. Was 2 for 4 in game 1. Now 2 for 3 here in game 2. Picks on that first sinking fastball down and in. That's a very similar pitch to the one he hit for a home run a couple of days ago. This time down in the left field corner for the 2-out double.
Ramon Ramirez warming up now by himself in the pen. After 6 innings from Brad Penny so far, throwing 88 pitches through the first 6. Ellsbury lines one right to second base, and Brendan Harris to end things in the 6th. At the end of 6, 7-3 Boston. The Dunkin' Donuts musical montage. A good collection of Dunkin' Donuts gathering out there on the monster seats in left field on a cold, rainy night at Fenway Park.
That guy's not going to sleep tonight.
Or tomorrow. Ramon Ramirez, the new Boston pitcher for the 7th inning.
Now Ramirez making his 7th appearance for the Red Sox, a total of 8 in the 3rd innings, 3 hits allowed, no runs, only 1 walk and 4 strikeouts.
Delmon Young leading it off, 1 for 2 on the night as he grounds one down the third baseline, a foul ball. Brad Penny tonight, 6 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them were earned. Walked 1, struck out 2. And threw 89 pitches in his outing. Some balls hit hard, but Red Sox good offense tonight, 7 runs for him.
Yeah, much better control tonight too than his last outing.
1-2 is outside, 2-2. Young, Morales, and Punto to bat in the 7th. Luis Ayala up in the pen for Minnesota. Two to Delmon Young. And it hits him.
Let's see where this gets Delmon Young. I guess on the elbow.
Well, the numbers have been amazing for the Red Sox bullpen so far this season. 44 innings. On a batting average of just .211. And Ramon Ramirez has been right in the middle of it. This ball 1 outside to Morales. The 3rd scoreless innings for Ramon Ramirez in his first 6 appearances for the Red Sox. Trying to keep it going as he gets a strike over the outside corner, 1-1. Good size lead at first for Delmon Young. Ball 2-1. Nice pick by Varitek.
Yeah, the Canadians could have used some of that tonight. I love to see the Canadians get swept.
Still enjoyable after all these years.
Yeah, it is.
Hideki Okajima warming in the Red Sox pen. Fly ball to center field. Kobe Ellsbury back a few steps, camps underneath, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So the only thing that made me nervous about the series was that it was 1-8.
It was what?
1-8. First place team playing the 8th place team. Kind of a trap series for you.
That's the problem with you, Don. You're a worry wart. You worry too much.
I worry about those things, but I'm glad they swept them.
Never worried. There's no point in this series that I was worried at all. None.
One out, Delmon Young at first base.
I'm not worried about the next series.
We don't even know who they're playing yet, do we?
Doesn't bother.
Doesn't matter.
I just kind of go with the flow.
You're an even keel kind of guy.
Yep.
Nick Punto. He's lined out to third and grounded back to the mound.
And I respect their opponent, whoever it may be, but I'm not worried about it.
Runs on this foul, long way and off to the right.
I'll bet you could name the teams that they're going to be playing against, whoever they may be, and I bet you I don't know one player on those teams.
Oh, that's not true. You're underestimating your hockey
true.
knowledge.
That's true. I know some of the Bruins players, but I don't know the visitors. I'm learning through the playoffs, though.
very much up in the air as they reseed after each round to figure out who's going to play who.
Do they really?
Yeah. It's kind of a fluid situation.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Is that your answer?
That's how they do it. That's how they do it. What do you want from me? That's how they do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't make the rules.
I thought I'd have more information for me. I'm trying to learn the game.
That's all
you
I got.
give me a.
Punto lines to second, double play. Second time the Red Sox have been able to turn that deal. 7th inning stretch, 7-3. Time for a Sports Desk update. All right. Local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Duncan Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Boston Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Having a good time out there tonight despite the early rain and the rain delay tonight. But it is a 7-3 Red Sox lead as we head to the home half of the 7th inning. Luis Ayala, the new pitcher for the Twins, buzzes Pedroia and hits Pedroia.
Well, Delman Young last inning got hit in the elbow, and now Pedroia goes down as he gets hit. Looks like in the shirt. And Ron Gardenhire coming out. Apparently, they've been warned. And Gardenhire can't believe it. I don't blame either. I don't think either one of them were intentional at all. Take a look at the umpire on the right side of the screen warning both sides. I think that's a little bit of an overreaction by Fairchild, the home plate umpire.
Pedroia at first base. And they're still upset about it as David Ortiz stands in.
Both hit by pitches were questionable. It was hard to tell exactly where that one got Delman Young, if it did. And then this actually the same thing to Pedroia.
Pedroia picked off. We'll see if they can run him down. Morneau will apply the tag for the out.
A lot of times after a guy gets hit with a pitch, if he's got base stealing ability, he likes to steal second base and get into scoring position. Apparently the Twins looking for that time from Dustin Pedroia.
Ortiz takes strike one.
By the way, Ayala making his 8th appearance. He spent last year with Washington and the Mets in the National League.
Ortiz with a double back in the 3rd inning, couple of RBIs, 1 for 3 night in the nightcap. Matt Guerrero pitched the 5th and 6th inning shutout, giving up just 1 hit. Outside, ball 2. Signing as a free agent with Minnesota. Fine record last year of 2-10 with a 5.71 earned run average between the 2 spots Jerry mentioned, the Nationals and the New York Mets. On the ground with a shift on it, it's a shortstop Punto on the right side of the infield. Retires David Ortiz for the 2nd out of the inning. Check back in with Heidi.
Don, today is Terry Francona's 50th birthday. Tim Wakefield and the Sox already got a win in the early game today. And David Ortiz had a few words for his manager on his special day.
Wow. 50 years old. Actually, I thought he was like 70. You know, he always on pain, you know. Oof, it's too bad. You know what? Happy birthday, man. That's my man right there. You know that, right? Hopefully we can see 50 more. I know you're not going to live for another 50 years, but just in case, you know, I'll make sure it happens. Happy birthday, kiddo.
Now, Terry Francona has 3 straight wins on his birthday. He is 4-4 in his career on his birthday. Don, Jerry.
Things looking pretty good right now for Tito at the moment after the victory today. A 7-3 lead right now. The Red Sox batting with 2 outs in the 7th. Euclid 0 for 3. At Euclid to chase, and it's 1-2. Action in the Twins pen again. Zay Maharis is up in the pen, just called up. Just outside, 2-2. Ayala wanted it. This is it for the Twins at Fenway Park during the regular season. Red Sox will head to Minnesota. 4-game series, May 25th through the 28th. 2-2 to Euclid. inside and almost hit him.
Even though there are warnings, that's certainly not intentional by Ayala. The umpire recognizing that. Sinker down and in, has Youkilis jump roping.
Youkilis strikes out for the third time tonight. We played 7 from Fenway and 7-3 in the nightcap. Game summary is brought to you by Comcast. Jeff Bailey returning to the Red Sox order tonight, getting his first start of 2009. It's a 3-run home run in the bottom of the second inning to give the Red Sox early 3-0 advantage. Red Sox have turned in some very good defense. Kevin Youkilis making his first start this season at third base for Boston, and a great sprawling grab. And the pitching tonight as Brad Penny bouncing back after a tough outing last time out, as Penny gives the Red Sox 6 innings tonight, giving up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. And Penny departs with a chance to pick up his second win without a loss, as the Red Sox have the 7-3 lead, and Okajima into the game for Boston.
Last outing was on the 20th against Baltimore, a third of an inning in that game. Overall, his 8th appearance of the season for the Red Sox.
Top of the Twins order, denied Span. Leads it off and takes strike 1. Span has 2 hits, infield hit in the third, a single to center in the 5th. Harris and Morneau after Span here in the 8th. Right side, softly hit Pedroia to first for out number 1.
Span has been a tough out tonight for the Red Sox. A line drive out in the first inning, then back-to-back base hits.
Another nice job tonight by Ramon Ramirez, who pitched the 7th inning, hit the first batter he faced in Delman Young, and then retired the side on a fly out by Morales, and Punto grounded into a double play, lined into a double play, I should say. So an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, didn't strike anybody out, hit a batter. Okajima second out of the pen tonight. And strike 1 to Brendan Harris. Harris 0 for 3. popped up. Varitek makes the catch. 2 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. Two outs in the 8th inning, and Justin Morneau, the batter. Morneau has walked, homered, and doubled. All that was against Brad Penny. As he takes strike 1 from Hideki Okajima. In there for a strike, and it's 0-2. The Red Sox have tomorrow off. Papelbon getting up in the pen. In a safe situation at the moment. They want to get him some work. Morneau fouls it down the third baseline back into the seats. Left field line backing out of play. The MVP in 2006, a year in which he had 34 homers, 130 RBIs, and finished the year hitting at .321. It's up and away, and it's 1-2. The former MVP in the lineup on a daily basis, and by about May 1st, they'll have their batting champion, Joe Mauer, back. One thing that the Twins have lacked over the last few years is home runs. Swing and a miss. Impressive 8th for Hideki Okajima. 7-3 Boston.
To be part of the show, visit NESN.com now to submit your questions to the NESN.com inbox. TC and Eck will answer your questions. Plus, a trip around the majors and a preview of John Lester's start on Friday as the Red Sox take on the Yankees. It's all coming up after the game, and it's on NESN.
Some happy Bruins fans out in the bleachers tonight as the Bruins have advanced.
They're the ones that were sticking their tongues out at us a little while ago. Very happy Bruins fans.
J.D. Drew to lead it off in the home half of the 8th inning. Jose Maharis into the game now for Minnesota.
Maharis being called up. Jesse Crane going on the disabled list. The numbers at Rochester so far this season: 5 games, holding opponents to a 100 batting average. We saw him in spring training.
Ahead of Drew, 0-2. Jason Bay to follow, and Jason Varitek expected here in the 8th, with the Red Sox on top 7-3. Action in the Red Sox pen. Takashi Saito has joined Jonathan Papelbon. Strike 3 call. J.D. Drew is gone to begin the 8th.
Well, the bullpen has done a very nice job for the Minnesota Twins. Red Sox have not scored since the bullpen has been in the game. Nasty fastball there from Maharis.
Does it make sense to you with the alignment out there that one is perhaps just getting work and the other one may be coming in?
I would say that's probably it. Unless, yeah, I would have to think that they'd want Papelbon to come in. He's throwing like he's coming into the game.
And Saito just getting some work. Jason Bay left side. Punto rounding behind it with a good off-balance throw. And there's 2 down.
Now tonight at 5:30 from the NESN HD Television Center, join us for Red Sox Game Day Live. Eck will preview the pitching matchup between Brad Penny and Francisco Liriano. And you know what? I'm reading the wrong copy. This is old news. But you know what?
Twins aren't coming back.
No, but join us Friday.
That part was right. Yankees will be here on Friday night, the first of 3. And Kevin Youkilis hopes that Job will not be thrown in at him again. It's tough to figure out what that has been about. And a recurring theme. As there is strike 1.
All that stuff I just said, never mind. And just be with us on Friday night. The Friday Night Fenway coming up. We got the whole ball of wax.
Attack to deep right center field. Kadire heading back on to the base of the track to reel it in and to end the inning. We head for the 9th, 7-3 Boston on top. New England Jeep dealers. Dunkin' Donuts. Your New England Toyota dealer. Chili's. Your New England Dodge dealers. And by Southwest Airlines. 7-3, Red Sox on top of the Minnesota Twins as we head to the top of the ninth. It is indeed Jonathan Papelbon.
Now, Papelbon's been off for a while. His last outing came on the 18th when he picked up his 4th save of the season. Overall for Papelbon, this will be appearance number 6 on the season. 4 strikeouts and 5 1/3.
Jason Kubel leads it off here in the 9th inning against Jonathan Papelbon. Kubel, Kadire, and Busher to bat here in the 9th inning. Red Sox on top by 4. Two shutout innings from the pen so far. Ramirez with an inning, Okajima an inning. Neither allowed a hit. Strike 1 from Papelbon. Kubel with a double back in the 4th inning. Came around to score the second Twins run. He's 1 for 3. The closer for the Twins is up, Joe Nathan, the right-hander. Twins are off tomorrow as well. They'll spend the off day in Cleveland as they travel tonight after the game. Inside, 2-1 to Kubel. Away, 3-1. Non-save situation here for Papelbon, but he has converted each of the last 9 opportunities that he's had, dating back to September of last year. Tied with 3 other pitchers for the American League lead with 4 saves so far this season. And Kadire on deck. And it's a full count. Back on SNHD, we welcome those of you watching the Boston Bruins advance to the next series tonight. Red Sox on top 7-3. Papelbon with a full count to Jason Kubel. Fouled off, and we'll do it again.
Papelbon's fastballs all have been about 95 miles an hour.
Brad Penny tonight, 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, 2 were earned. Ramon Ramirez for an inning. Hideki Okajima an inning. Papelbon for the 9th, a full count to Jason Kubel. Kubel staying alive and hanging tough.
Kubel in the early going has been one of the better hitters on this Twins team. Does have a double in the game tonight.
Kubel against Papelbon in his career is 2 for 5. Fouled off another. Ninth pitch of the at bat coming up to Jason Kubel. Ball's off another. And ripping off the face mask of Chad Fairchild, home plate umpire.
That has to hurt. Foul tip right underneath the mask, knocks it right off the face of the umpire.
Three-two pitch again. Popped up. Foul ground, Youkilis. One out in the ninth. Papelbon wins that battle in the end.
Well, Youkilis shifts over to give Mike Lowell the night off over at third base. He has a busy night down there.
Well, Mike Lowell playing the first game today and contributing with a 2-run home run. One out here in the ninth inning. Michael Cuddyer. Cuddyer 0 for 3. He's flied out twice and grounded out. Big strike one from Papelbon. Cuddyer 0 for 3 in his career against Papelbon. Busher waiting on deck. One out in the ninth. Last base hit for the Twins came in the 6th inning. A leadoff double by Morneau. They're actually out hitting the Red Sox 6-5 as they trail 7-3.
I don't think Bush is listening to that guy. He might be hearing him, but he's not paying much attention to him.
Two and one the count. 2-2.
Slider from Papelbon. He's used all his pitches since being in the ball game. A splitter, one splitter, a couple of sliders and fastballs.
Two balls, two strikes, one out in the ninth. 2-2. Just off the outside edge. Full count. 96 that time for Papelbon. Chopped to second. Pedroia on the high hop. 2 down.
Well, the Red Sox go on to win this one. This will be a day the Twins won't forget for quite a while. A trip to Boston. A rain out last night. A very long day at the ballpark today.
An unusual event today. You have to go back to July 4th of 1913 to find a doubleheader in which Game 1 was rain shortened and Game 2 was completed. And we're an out away from completing Game 2. After the first game was rain shortened. Red Sox winning that 10-1. Busher with a swing and a miss. just missing 1-1. Chip 1-2.
Papelbon just blowing the fastball by Busher that time.
The 1-2 pitch. Busher fouls it straight back. Two to Brian Busher. Foul ground. Youkilis going as far as he can. Over's got to play. Makes it. The Red Sox sweep the day-night doubleheader. Jonathan Papelbon able to wrap up the nightcap. As